So for as long as I can remember, I've never wanted to join a community. Mostly it's just anxiety and fear and like joining in and trying to figure out like people. Now that I'm building a community with the Layman, I'm thinking I should probably try and figure out what this is and how it works and if I want to join one, because I think I need it. So I thought I'd talk to my friend Dan, who's an online community manager and has a lot more experience in something like this.
It's gonna be fun.
Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, man?
Good, not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
How about you doing? That's how I greet everybody.
How about
How
that?
about you? Let's redo
Come on
that.
in, buddy.
I messed that up. Let's redo that one.
Hey, Alex,
Hey.
how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, come on in.
Oh, sure.
Hope you're hungry.
I am very hungry.
We're making sandwiches.
I love sandwiches.
Yeah. I've been in gaming for 16 years. I've been through all sorts of different companies. THQ, Sega, EA, Sierra Online, and worked with some pretty cool franchises over the years. Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I was a Sega kid growing up. What about you?
No, God, I was a Super Nintendo.
Oh, you're a
all the
Super
way.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh, what do you got? Echo the Dolphin, and you got the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, we have Echo the Dolphin and Sonic. This is a badge of pride.
Those are fine.
But you have Mario.
I do have a lot of
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah.
Past 5 years, I've been working at Electronic Arts, and my main franchise has been Battlefield. But over the course of the 16 years, I've been focused on marketing campaigns at a global scale and building communities. That's what I thrive. That's my passion.
Dude, that's why I came here to talk to you, because I don't understand how to build a community at all. I'm not even sure I understand how to join a community, let alone build one, but we're making a show where we have to do both.
Yeah.
I have to join and talk to human beings. This is weird. It's a weird thing, but also build one. So I'm glad I get to talk to you. How do you deal with the trolls?
You develop a thick hide over the years. You have to have a thick hide. You can't take anything personally. You start taking anything personally as a figurehead of a community, and you're only gonna irate the trolls more, and it's going to go down a inconducive route. The way I've always dealt with trolls over the years is, number one, let's find out why they're frustrated. And I try to humanize not only myself, but humanize them. Hey, XYZ, why are you frustrated? Like, let's talk about this. And we take it offline, away from the public viewpoint. You know, let's do it on DMs. Because this is a private exchange between you and I.
Can we role play? Okay.
We can role play. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I at you with, hey, ass bunch, you have made the worst move of your life, and I am going to kick your shins until they bleed. F you forever.
Whew, okay, so first of all, I get a lot of these ats throughout the day, especially after a big update. I know this is going to be coming through.
Okay.
You're a sniper. We know we nerfed some of your sniping gameplay mechanics. I'm going to humanize myself. Look, man, I know you're pissed, and we made some changes to the game, and some of those changes you're probably not a fan of, but I'm here to hear you out. Like, what is it you don't like about it? I want you to be vocal with me because I'm listening. That's my job. Your opinion is valuable because you're a part of this community. You're a good paying customer. And what you feel in this game is important to us as developers and as a community manager, creating a great community.
Not enough, I want to poop on your couch.
Well, you know what? There's always going to be a point where it's never enough. So there are points in a troll's life when they're interacting with someone else that you kind of got to cut it off if they're not willing to be human with you. A video game editorial outlet by the name of One Angry Gamer recently ran an article kind of speculating what I'm doing post Battlefield. And I comment that I'm working within esports and I'm trying to create environments for anybody of any skill level to enjoy esports. Okay, so we've got one here. The first one. He's quoting me, and literally, I just said that, right? Our solution is to provide the tools to allow anyone, no matter your skill, the means to enjoy competitive gaming on any level. And then he goes, then it's not competitive anymore. Now is it, soy cuck?
I say we comment
Okay.
on this with, hey man, everything okay? If you need to talk to someone, I'm here for you. So like, to me, maybe we can just chat about his life instead of him screaming that everyone's a soy cuck. It's not your fault you get cheated on, and it's not your fault you have a predisposition for lovely soy-based products. Like, I've had a veggie burger, they're pretty good.
First of all, I'm not going to take his jab at who I am personally. I'm just
wouldn't? I
no,
wouldn't.
not at all. He's frustrated the fact that he thinks that I'm trying to monetize on some huge emerging market and not care about the community needs. You know, there's been big companies that do that, But that's not my goal. My goal is to create something sustainable that builds and brings communities together.
Building community, how do you do that?
It's a common ground you got to find. What are we here for? There's some sort of commonality that we connect as human beings, right? I mean, you came over here, we connected over sandwiches.
You have an egregious amount of
That is not
mustard
egregious. That's a normal amount of
That is-
mustard.
that is
I'm a mustard guy.
You like that's a lot of mustard.
Well,
I'm
what
a
do you
fan.
do? What do you do when you go to Oktoberfest? Just
I
a
do-
little like,
I do a little
there,
dab.
my
like,
sauerkraut.
I take a pretzel's worth and I go, that's good. That's a lot of mustard. I'm gonna be real spicy. I'm gonna go hot.
You,
Got a hot.
you think lettuce is spicy, huh?
It does not for me. You get a little too much arugula and I want to throw it away.
Can you build a community around something as big as, say, Battlefield, or something small?
Yeah.
So how do you define community? That's where I'm going to challenge you.
I define community as a place where like-minded individuals gather in a physical sense. I guess I'm not even talking digital sense, like a physical sense to talk about something that they have a shared interest in. That's my general community.
I think that's right.
Okay.
So as a community manager, what I've been focused my career around is listening to the different up and down and ebb and flow of communities and what they need and how they thrive and where they go left and right. A community is never the same year over year.
I deal with this thought with this. Like, I'm not supposed to look at this camera or this camera, but I'm fully aware that they're both here. I truly do want to make some kind of community, but I also how do you make that actual genuine across a divide? There's a physical divide.
You know what's interesting, and I think the way you feel that way is because of the generation you grew up in. You and I, we grew up in that cusp, right as we were transitioning. So we got to taste the old world before the internet and before all this digital connectivity, and developing these online personas. So you're coming with that perspective, isn't that weird talking to a camera and then thousands of people associating emotions with this one-way street? You have the new millennials coming in, the Gen Z. This is a part of life. So your question is, how do we break down some of these, these glass walls, whenever there's a camera or some sort of social network? It's being who you are, just being who you are and being genuine to yourself. People latch on to that.
Okay, so this is offensive.
This
someone just wrote a face that must receive a bullet. That's literally saying somebody murder you.
Yes.
I'm just gonna write, I'm not okay with this. Murder ain't cool. Don't you want to
That doesn't bother me. It doesn't.
You don't bother someone saying put a bullet in that guy's head doesn't bother you?
No.
That's upsetting to me. I'm upset for you.
Welcome to the anonymous internet. He's using the troll frog. That's literally his image.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take that a grain of salt. As a community manager, you wear a lot of different hats. Okay. And my day-to-day very much included hopping on social and interacting with people. You get in the morning and you figure out the day, what's the hot things happening in development world, what can I share with my community, hopefully push them in more of a positive direction. You always want to work on positive tidbits and kind of start your day. You have to take the good with the bad, because that's what communities are all about, is just people talking and conveying their emotions, conveying their opinions. And me, as a figurehead of that brand, I'm going to take the good with the bad.
That's where I have a weird problem with communities in general, is because as soon as someone says I want to put a bullet in your head, I don't know if I want to be a part of a community where someone's like, shoot someone. You ever had a moment you're like, this person's just being a dick. They're not crossing the line, but delete.
No, I haven't actually. No, I honestly
you're
have
saying
not.
no, but
But have I had satisfaction from throwing down the band hammer? Absolutely.
I don't know if I've hit that point where I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Dan convinced me to join a community and be really good at building the one that I should be building.
I mean, communities aren't for everyone.
No, they are. I have to.
You have to.
I am 100% dedicated.
You're
to getting it
dedicated
done.
to joining a community.
I want to join one, and I want to help curate and create one.
Why do you want to do that?
Because I feel like I need it in my life. Being a part of something is I think one of the few meaningful things in people's lives that you actually feel as though you're bettering yourself. That's mostly what brought me here, is to do that. And then the secondary is that I'm also creating a digital, community. So I also want to do that because that's part of this whole Jim Jam, if you will.
Sure. Well, hey, you know what? We've been on the computer all day. Okay, for the past 30 minutes.
Feels like it.
But I kind of want to get outside. It's a beautiful day. You saw some of the view from here. Wait till you see the view from the rooftop. Dude, I come up here, I kind of like unwind, digested the day, and the views are just even more incredible than downstairs.
Dude, I have 2 children yelling at me. That's how I unwind. I just 2 children going, Dad! When you're doing community stuff, like how do you define like a success at all in that? Like how does that work?
I think a lot of it's subjective, but also there's a lot of objectives that you may set with your team. You know, are you reaching a certain threshold of audience size? You know, if you really want to like quantify things.
Yeah, 20 is our initial goal. 20
You wanna
people
get 20
subscribing.
people. Okay.
It would be great.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it'd be
then what's your
awesome.
next milestone from there?
I mean, I'm gonna wait till I get there. Like it might be a lot of work just to hit that 20.
You know, you're kind of questioning, do I want to be a part of a community? Do I actively want to be a part of that? You're a part of it. You know, you are that origin point. You're going to become the figurehead of a community, and there's going to be people that like what they watch, or maybe it challenges them, or maybe it rubs them the wrong way. Like, I don't agree with that Layman guy. That's pretty lame, man.
Yeah,
you know,
good diss. That sounds fun. Like I'm putting myself out there to do that. But I think the other one of like, hey, I want to join. Like I want to just join a community for me, like a physical. Go to a place and be like, I'm now part of this community. Like I've made up my mind, and I want to like, I'm into building model trains or whatever. Like I thought I wanted that going in here, I'll be honest with you. And now I'm thinking that maybe I don't want that, which is not what I expected to come out of this with.
The majority of people in communities, whether they want to, you know, acknowledge it or not, they are outliers. They're kind of just on the outside looking in, and they may never engage, but they're listening, they're passive. And there are a lot of people around that. And then there are ones that take that step and they engage. Maybe they make an account. Maybe they go to a meetup. You know, and they actually say, okay, you know, I'm kind of here, I'm just listening, I'm showing face, I am kind of interested. And then there's those that are really taking the next level and really pour into it and become someone notable, and a notable name, a screen name, a person within those communities. And then there's the figureheads. You know, so every community has certain roles, and there's people that naturally fit into those roles, or people that aspire to be in those roles, whether you want it or not.
So clearly it's been a little bit since we filmed this, and I've just been kind of like struggling with that feeling. I wanted to put a couple episodes out just to see if there was any responses to the videos and how I would deal with them. And I'm at a better place now than I was before I talked to Dan, so I feel good. I still don't want to join a community. And when I went into that, I was dead set on joining a community. Like I was like, that's what I need to make me feel happy. By the end of it, I realized that I think what people get from communities, I was already getting from my family. So now I know that if there is a community I want to join, then I should join it. But until there's something telling me, yeah, you got to do it, I'm not going to do it. The thing I was realizing is that once I've posted something and gotten comments on it, which is only one of our videos thus far that's gotten enough comments for me to have like a beginner's view of it, is that a lot of people just want to say something. And that's really cool. And that's like interesting, but it kind of stops the conversation. Nobody commented back on any of the stuff I commented on that website with Dan. 0 comments back, which is to what I'm saying is that people just want to say their thing, makes them feel better, and then they kind of just like, all right, I can go on to my next thing. With the Layman, I would like to have as much conversation as we can possibly have. And I think once more and more people start seeing these and interacting with them, I think that it's possible, and I'm really excited for that. If you like this video, please check out some of the other videos. Like and subscribe if you'd like. So I have 2 playlists. One is about just cool, interesting, neat, different communities, and the other one is with channels that I think have very vibrant and interesting communities where everyone's chatting and talking, and I think, you know, watch some of those videos, and if you want to comment or join that community, that'd be awesome. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're commenting on this video, thanks for joining the community. That's cool.